Welcome back to Let's Build a World with Wizard. And today we're just going to do some talking. I've added a couple mods to this mod pack to make the world seem a little more realistic. And as you can see, we have fish swimming around now, as well as squid and the starfish. I added in aquaculture and fantastic fish. Mel and Marv are talking, and I did a little bit with custom NPCs to make things a little more realistic. You don't just walk up to people now, right click them, and they just say hello. Okay. I added in a couple more NPCs and some other stuff. But what I wanted to show you, one of the things, I figured out how to do traders, which are basically give you the same options as the NPC villagers, only much better. And Gabriel, named after one of my sons, he is the town brewer. And I also added in something called World Experience using the ancient coin from custom NPCs. And you just basically put the ancient coin on an anvil, and you can name it. So I've just been naming it World Experience. And you can trade things like the different lists here to get world experience, and that allows you to buy things like fruit press, barrels, brew kettles, culture jars, and I tried to give good prices for things. I won't know much about prices until it's starting to be played, but now over here, well, he just sat there before, now you can buy fishing poles, fishing nets, a couple different fishing poles from aquaculture, and he buys things from you like raw catfish, treasure chests for world experience. So this is a good place to get world experience. With the world experience, you can buy spawnfish, catfish, starfish, and sailfish from him. You'll also buy your raw fish and clownfish, raw fish fillets, cooked fish fillets, the other type of raw fish fillet. And you can spend world experience to get fish trap from Pam's Harvest Craft and the bait from it using the coins. You spend world craft. You spend world experience to get growth craft fish trap. And there are a couple different ways that you can make some money in the first village here. And I changed some houses. I've done some redecorating. And this house, well, it was just a vanilla house, I redid it. Claire's house you've seen. We built Simon's blacksmith shop. And as you can see, I changed up the farms, the vanilla farms that were added. So there's soybeans, tomatoes, tea, lettuce, eggplant, and peas. And Jacob Smith. This is Jacob. I haven't done anything with him yet, but you're going to be able to buy different seeds and foods from him. Like you'll be able to buy some lettuce seeds and things like that, eggplant, peas, things like that. But this is Jacob's house. You come in, the little cookery area is right here. He's got herbs on there, some decorations for his house. He keeps a pretty tidy little house. And up here, I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, this is Mary Pip's apple orchard. Here's Pippin, or the Pip part of the name. And here is Meriwether, the Mary part of the name, Mary Pip's apple orchard. They have a fireplace, spot of tea. some lanterns. They're elves, so their house is a little fancier. Just because I figure, you know, in all the fantasy novels, and not all of them, but in a lot of them, elves are more of a higher class. Oh, excuse me for the yawn. I redid the town fountain to be a little different because another NPC that I added here, Susan, if I can find her. Well, anyhow, Susan, where she is, she had a habit of getting in the well and drowning. So I redid the village well. And Susan, she likes to play with flowers and stuff. And Mel, the fisherman over there, fishing, you can sell stuff and buy stuff from. Susan is his wife. And this is their house. Neat, tidy little house. Okay. That house I've already showed you, that's Jacob's house. The house directly across from Betty's here. I added this so you can't just jump off the edge there. And you go in here, and this is Cole. He's our resident librarian for the town library. And he eventually is going to have the ability to buy different books from home. And we still haven't done much for the farm. I showed you that. Another thing I want to show you is the road. I put the road in. I'm probably going to do some more work on it because at the moment it's just gravel. I might line it with something so it looks a little cooler. The road winds through the mountains here. Winds through the mountains, winds through the mountains. And we're hitting a spot of lag. Runs through until you cross the bridge here to come to the Crossroads Tavern. And this is what I really wanted to show you guys. Crossroads Tavern has some horses, has a donkey. This is the stable part of the Crossroads Tavern. And we have Harrison. Hi there, adventurer. Welcome to Crossroads Tavern. Enjoy your stay, but don't leave cooking mad. Even bandits are afraid of that flavor of hers. Stick that. Excuse me. When we come into the tavern, and here's Remus, the bartender. Welcome to Crossroads Tavern. Rooms are upstairs. Harrison will tend your horses in the stables. If you have one, don't make any trouble, or Cookie will handle you. And trust me, stranger, you don't want that. And here's Cookie with her meat cleaver. You can buy different foods and you can sell different ingredients to her to earn some coin. Here's Cookie's kitchen. Nice little kitchen. Down here we have Crown. And he is barbarian. He's eventually going to have a quest when I figure out how to add quests. Up here is the first floor of the tavern, or well, the first floor of the actual tavern downstairs. This is like the end part where you can sleep and store your junk. Here's some bandits having their dinner, and right now they just say, "Hello, player." I might do some work with them, add some quests, maybe make one a trader. Maybe make one buy weapons or something, I don't know. And upstairs here is a nod to another YouTuber friend. And again, for Rendog. So here's my little tip to my hat for that. To him, because he's an awesome YouTuber. And his fan server is actually pretty epic. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. DaVincing. Search up DaVincing on Google. And that's I know it's not the skin he wears, but this skin just reminded me of his And he wears a red shirt and goes like this. No, he wears a red shirt and like a different colored pants. But this skin there reminds me of that. It's a little bit. But he will probably have quests and things like that. As soon as I figure out how to do it. So this is the tavern. And that is that. And as you can see down here, I have the ancient coins build experience, and I'll show you. You just take the ancient coins, put them in world experience, and take it out once an owned object. And over here, is one of the other vanilla villages I discovered. I haven't started working with this one at all, so this is in its full glory. And probably the first thing I'll do is I will go through and I will take out all these little generic 5x5 huts. And as you can see, I got the road mostly done leading to here. I do still need to do a little work on it. I need to add gravel to the Carpenters Blocks. So it's still very much a world in progress. And this road here, this part of the road is done. However, it's going to come through, it's going to come across here, it's going to go up a little bit, and it's going to come up here. It's going to come across this plains here. You probably cut around like this. Cut through like that and intersect right here to this road and this village. And this is the third village that I discovered, and this is a good start to this village. But this village here is going to be probably 3 or 4 times the size. This is going to be a pretty big village, and as you can see from the map, we're really not that far away from it. This is this little tiny village, and our village is right up here. And I believe you can almost see from the corner here when the world loads in. When the world loads in, you can almost see our village, our first village in the distance. Yeah, see, there's the apple orchard, and there's this village. And I'll probably connect a road from the orchard coming across this grassland. The plans here for the bamboo forest, right in here, right somewhere in here, I have plans to add a little Asian-inspired house with an NPC or two that will deal in bamboo and other stuff. And we have a ravine there. I'll integrate that into something. But yeah, this village over here is going to be huge, and I'm going to make it so it goes more to the south and east, so it kind of sprawls away from our first original village. And my plan for this village is it's not going to be so much a village as a small city. And I'm going to build more roads. I'll make the roads fancier so they're not just gravel. And I will probably bring it like with houses and stuff like all the way up to here. I could go down that mountain there somehow, or that hill, and make it sprawl out this way. I don't know, maybe not this far, but I plan on adding in a lot of different buildings, businesses, and things like that. This village is going to be kind of a medieval industrial building. So that means one plan I have is I'm going to take this blacksmith house out. And with world edit, I can do it a lot easier. I can cut it out of the world from there, paste it right directly onto the back of this house, and probably make this house double the size. Because as we go in here, like light it up with a torch here a little bit so you can see. This is a BiblioCraft or a GrowthCraft house, and I might double the size of this house. Maybe even give it an upstairs, and add the blacksmith shop directly onto the back of it, and just make it big. And it's going to be, we have Simon the blacksmith in our original town, but this is going to be a blacksmith unit. I mean, it's going to be where it's not just one blacksmith. There's going to be a blacksmith, his apprentice, maybe an armor smith, maybe a weaponsmith, and I plan on putting in a nice big huge forge and have some different stuff there. Have weapon racks with weapons, have a couple armor stands with armor, and things along that nature. And we'll head back towards our original village because there's another spot that I want to show you guys that I have plans for. While we're doing that, we'll set it to daytime, so it'll just be easier. Take the torch out of our hand. And our original village looks pretty nice. I mean, it's getting pretty close to being complete. There's some things I want to do. I've got to work with the NPCs so I can finish making their different trades and different conversations and stuff like that. And then I'm going to work on taking the road, which would probably be this road here. I'm going to bring the road out, like right along through here where we're flying. Come across through here, maybe cut through this valley, do some terraforming so it'll be like a pass through here, and across, and it will lead right into here somewhere, where I'm planning on building another city here. And I need to do a lot of terraforming here to get rid of these little ponds and puddles. And what this city here is going to be a port city. And I may even bring it all the way over into here. This city is going to be huge too. This is going to be a walled city. So there's going to be a wall all the way around it. And you see some fish swimming, which is awesome. Oh, what's this? Let's go down here and check this out. Let's do this. Those lobsters. Those are lobsters. That is awesome. And of course you can see more fish. We still have our squid. Things like that. All kinds of different fish. Is that a sailfish? That is a sailfish. No, that's not a sailfish. That's a tuna. Huh, awesome. But yeah, I wanted to add more realism to the world, which is why I added this fish mod. Aquaculture and fantastic fish I added. I've added some other mob related mods. I added the mod called Doggy Style, and please no dirty comments about that. It's just the name of the mod. It allows different dog breeds to spawn in the wild that you can tame like wolves. And I spawned one in on the farm over here on our starting town, and I will go and show you what it is that we're talking about as soon as I get there, and I'm hoping he's still around. I spawned him in. And he is no longer here. He must have despawned. So I will probably spawn another one in and get a name tag. See if we can name him. I spawned him in right there. He's a lot different looking. Than the one I spawned in originally. He looks like he only has one good eye, so we're going to name him Pirate. And yeah. And I think name mobs don't despawn. So there's that. And there's a lot of fish spawning in there. Is that a salmon? That is. I love how these fish, you can pretty much tell, if you know anything about fish, you can pretty much tell what they are at a glance. And the fish are actually spawning in nicely. That is pretty cool. I like that. The dog mod. And I added in another horse mod. You'll have to check that out. And coming up very soon, once I complete this village, I want to try to have this village completed, with the exception possibly of quests. But I want to have this village nearly complete by episode 10, because I want to provide this world as a world download, so you guys can download it and play along at episode 10. So, but this has been pretty much just a tour and show and tell of what I've done between episodes. And I still have to finish that stinking barn. And I've been doing some research, but nothing has really popped out at me. So, but it will get done, guys. Have no fear. So, until next time, guys, you guys stay frosty. Have fun. And I hope you guys are really enjoying this series, because I'm having a lot of fun building this world. And if you guys have any ideas, questions, comments, thoughts, especially suggestions, something you want to see built, feel free to leave me a comment. If you guys want to see your name as an NPC in this world, let me know, and I will do my best to add it. Because coming up with names for all of these NPCs is kind of difficult. And I don't want to just leave them as the generically spawned one, like, say, when you right click, his name is Quero. So, I don't want to use names like that. I want to use actual, like, names that we think of. So if you guys want to see your name as an NPC, if you want your NPC to have a certain role, job, or conversation, let me know, and I'd be happy to see what I can do. And I do have a Patreon account, guys, so if you make a donation to my Patreon, your NPC, you will get an NPC, custom named NPC, whatever name you decide, whether it's your Minecraft name or whatever, and that NPC will have a quest line. And it can be, and the cool thing about it is if you make the donation, you guys can pretty much think up what kind of quest you want your character to give, and I will do my very best to implement it as well as I can. So until then, guys, like I said, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you guys have an awesome time. This is Wizard, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good one.